Hi, welcome back to Coffee and One Thing with Scott, Elaine, and Audrey.
Team Beery?
Yeah, we are caffeinated and motivated.
Nice. Nice. I like it. So when does a listing start? Like there is all kinds of things that people say, oh, just throw a sign in your yard. It's done. But
I want to list my house tomorrow.
Yeah. Like, is that a real
Let's get
thing?
going.
I'll be there at 9 with the paperwork.
Nice, nice. So tell me what you guys are thinking. Like, where do we start? How do we get this off the ground?
I think there's more of a process than people realize. That obviously there's paperwork to be done to get ready, among other things. Like,
Correct.
what kind of paperwork do you get ready for a listing, Scott?
Well, I like to fill out everything I can with the sellers prior to listing their home, like the seller's property disclosure statement, a.k.a. the SPUDs, the HOA addendum, if there is one, and have them call and verify all the figures, if they're, what the transfer fee is, what their monthly HOA is, or if it's quarterly. If there's a capital improvement fee, we need them to find out what that is and disclose it. We found that out this week.
Okay.
If it's a property that's like in like a ranch, kind of a county island area where it's on septic, we want them to do the septic inspection up front.
Right.
That's very helpful. We're also finding that out right now.
Yep. And those are good for 6 months. So putting the investment of money
Getting
into
that
that
done
is
isn't
not a bad thing.
Right.
And if you haven't checked your septic for 20 years, you don't really know what's going on. It's not a bad thing to know,
Right.
even if you keep the house. Lead-based paint addendum, if it's a home that's
If it's older,
before
Right.
1978.
And that's just disclosing whether or not you know about any lead-based
Right.
paint.
Yeah.
And then the other
Yeah,
thing would
disclosure.
be call your home or your insurance company, your homeowner's insurance, and get we call it a clue report in real estate, but it's just a claims history of the last 5
Yeah,
years.
it's a letter,
Yeah.
right? And they
Just
email
says
it over pretty easy.
What's happened, if anything's happened, they just put it on there. If nothing's happened, they just say there's no claims filed. So
Right.
you get all that in and you put it in the MLS with the listing, and that definitely helps out.
Well,
Makes
it
everything-
helps the stress level of
Yeah.
getting listed, and you're not having to search for paperwork.
things,
Right.
and everything's
Right.
on a
Correct.
time crunch because there is time frames to be giving that to buyers, like when they do get under contract.
Yeah.
So we want to make
Right.
sure that that's all ahead of time. That makes a lot of sense.
Definitely.
Much simpler and easier.
I love it. Love it.
It is.
But
Yeah.
now, other than doing paperwork, which I mean, obviously is an important thing, it's kind of important to start kind of prepping that house and getting it ready for the market.
Yes.
And there's a lot of things going on with that. Like, you can have somebody who's lived in the house for 20 years. They could, have an absolutely gorgeous home, but you can't really see it because they have a lot of stuff in that house. So
Well, I always say that my stuff is like rabbits. It just has babies, and it comes from I don't know where.
and it keeps coming.
I'm like, well, and you think about, even though, as a buyer's agent, I'm walking through a home, we're not investigating every closet.
Right.
But if you're like, oh, this is where the coat closet is supposed to be, and you open the door and there's
And it falls out at you, yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So what do you guys have? Do you have any pet peeves or things that you like kind of as you're noticing in a house that you're looking at? Like, is there something that kind of catches your attention? Oh, somebody's not paying attention. This should have been taken care of.
Well, I think that Jamie last week, with all of her staging knowledge,
my gosh,
gave us
yeah.
some great tips.
She did give us
about
great
that. But the thing that stood out to me that you mentioned is air vents.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Making sure that your air filters are changed, your air vents are clean. Because who pays attention?
Right.
I mean, I know we're supposed to change your filters once a month.
Once a
Good for
month
your
is a
AC
good
unit.
thing.
Yeah. Your AC will like you very much.
Yeah. I mean,
especially
but
in their
most people,
But most people don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And especially if
And
you're
it's
a
not like you're
first-time
putting it on your
homebuyer.
calendar or something.
Yeah.
So it's an odd thing
Yeah.
that is an important thing. But
Gotta write that down.
What
when
else?
you do that.
so what else? What else do you
Put it in your phone as a reminder.
right? What else do you think?
My pet peeves?
Yeah. Like
Oh.
when you're out showing a house and you're like, gosh, they should have at least caught that.
Oh, I don't know. I've walked in a couple of homes that were actually rentals at the time we walked in, and they the owner was trying to sell it while it was under rent, and just not a good idea. The renter didn't seem to care,
Right.
and it would have been much, I think, better for the seller to just go ahead and say, hey, we're
Wait until they're
when
out.
when the lease is up, and
Yeah.
then, that's it. Get them moved out, paint, clean the house.
That's
up.
actually a really
Yeah.
good tip for
Right.
investors, because some of these investors, they see, oh, it's vacant and I'm not making money.
Right.
Sometimes that little bit of a gap
Right.
can really bring more dollars in.
Well, the
That's true.
homeowner hasn't been in the house because
Right.
the renter's there. And I mean, on the first one, a particular one I was in, we found mold.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, really?
So it's just important whether you're an investor or just you're an investor even if you just have one rental house.
Right,
It's
right.
easier. To me, it just is a lot smoother if they're not in
Smoother
there when you're
transition.
trying to show
right,
that house.
right. I
Yeah.
totally agree with
Well, and obviously it's easier to show a vacant house because
Right.
you don't have as many complications as far as trying to schedule.
that. And pets and the
And
yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
we work with all kinds.
Yeah.
True.
Nice.
But good point about an investment property.
That's
Yep.
really good.
Definitely.
So,
What about you, Elaine?
floor plans? Do you guys have anything
Oh, I love when there's a floor plan.
nice?
But I'm a floor plan geek. I collect them. If you have a floor plan, you want to send it to me, my email? No.
So you mean
so
when
cute.
there's a floor plan in
the
ML?
MLS?
Oh, yeah, that's a great thing.
That is a great
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
really- yeah.
Because your buyer knows up front, hey, oh yeah, I can use this space whether you need a study or not. Oh, I could use that as a flex room for my teens to have somewhere to put their video games.
Exactly,
Or, that kind of stuff.
exactly.
I think it's
kind.
really helpful if it's possible.
Yeah.
That's why I love the new Matterport walkthroughs that we do.
Ooh, we do those,
because
and
they
they're
have
so
that.
amazing,
It's
yeah.
called Dollhouse, and so you see all the spaces right from the
Right,
top, from
right,
above
right.
of that house. And,
Yeah.
oh,
It's amazing. And
Technology
it's
is
also one of those, like, if you've ever done video games, that you're literally walking the house.
oh yeah.
So you can look down, you can see what it's like, you can look up, like there's some really cool pieces
Yeah.
about that Matterport, so that's really
Yeah.
cool too.
And taking pictures, that's all part of getting ready for your listing.
Oh yeah, yeah. And so when you're taking pictures, what do you guys say? Oh my gosh, I can't believe they did this.
When I see
Oh,
when I
Dishes
see
in the sink.
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
or when I see the shadow of the I
Oh.
think usually it's the agent taking a picture of the bathroom
Oh,
Oh no. Or people in mirrors.
in the mirror.
yeah.
Audrey's pet peeve. No, realtors, please hire a professional.
Nice.
No,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
No,
it's part of knowing your role, like
Right.
knowing what you're good at. If you're
Right.
not a professional photographer,
Don't do it.
don't take it. Do your clients a service. Be nice to them.
Right. But so to me, like, my pet peeve, I would say biggest pet peeve is probably just having them not have it clean, like
Right.
super clean. Like, I don't want to see, hair in the sinks, and I don't want to see, toilet messes.
grime.
That's just, there's
Yeah.
no reason for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's general maintenance.
Yeah, like you're like, ew, that's
Clean
kind of
it.
gross.
Yeah.
Even if you're not a good cleaner, like I don't quantify myself as a great cleaner, but I think we have resources, right? You have
Absolutely.
that cleaning company that
Right.
we've used.
Busy Bee, yeah.
They're fantastic. So if you need help, there's help to be had.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And one more thing would be just remember when you're selling your house, Jesus should live in your heart, not in your home. All the crosses need to come.
I love that. I love that because wasn't it Jamie?
Jamie
that
told us that. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it just makes me giggle every time.
And like all of us really, we
we're all people
very
of faith.
Yeah, absolutely. And but to me that put things in perspective because it's not right now. It's not your home anymore. It's a
Yes.
product. You're trying to
you're
sell
marketing.
it. You're
Right.
marketing it, and so you have to kind of disassociate from that.
Right.
And that's a tough one to do.
That can be a big thing.
That's a tough
Yeah,
thing.
it's
Especially when you have a lot of memories in a home.
Right.
And
Right.
either selling or buying a home is an emotional process. I think.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's no way around it.
Right.
Right. Because we're human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got
So
memories
what other staging tips you got for us?
There's so many.
How about matching towels?
I love
yeah.
matching. Please match your towels. I love matching towels.
That's one thing that, like, to me, like, somebody took that extra time to
Right.
kind of make it a little bit better.
And maybe because I tend to be more visual, and it's distracting if I walk into a bathroom and there are 4 different color towels.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know.
A little
Whoa,
tweaky, huh?
Look at that. And so I always try to tell everybody, remember, you want them to see the space of the house.
Right.
And
that's
not
what Jamie
get
was
caught
saying.
up. That's
Yeah,
right. She
yeah.
did say that. But
Yeah.
not get caught up. Like, I will get caught up in looking at the wall of photos and be like, oh, look
Yeah.
at those cute kids. And,
Yeah,
oh, they went
yeah.
there to Hawaii.
Right.
Or all that stuff. And not that some personal photos are bad. It's just if you have a ton of them, it's a distraction, and the people don't remember that house with that really nice master bathroom. They remember, oh, that house with all those cute family photos.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. So
So-
those are some cute little tips that are easy for people to kind of take upon themselves to
Definitely.
fix that
Yeah.
all up.
What word did she say that she doesn't use declutter? What did she say?
She uses. He's testing me.
I know.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it was something about.
We're going to have to call
We're gonna have to go. All right, Jamie, you're gonna be hearing from us because we need to know.
Yeah.
But that was
It
a really
was
good
true.
tip. It was
Because
right on
I think
target.
because of shows like Hoarders, and
Yes.
people say, oh, you think I'm a hoarder? That I have to declutter?
Yeah,
But it's not
But it's
editing.
not. Editing.
Editing.
That's exactly what it was. Editing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. So
There we
yeah.
We know who has the best memory in the group.
Oh.
Maybe.
Well, she's the youngest.
How do you know that?
Awesome.
Okay.
Great.
We're wrapping up.
So we'll
talk
do
about
a little
it.
wrap up now. Scott's like, we're turning that one. So here's what we got going on for next week. Come on, check in with us, and we are going to do some curb appeal.
Talking about
through
curb appeal.
the buyer's eyes and through the lens, because
Right.
the first showing really is what your
Online.
pictures look like.
Online.
Yes.
And so we are going to kind of really dive in and give you some heads up on what you need to know and how to
to
make
do
it
it.
Right.
even better. And so make sure that you subscribe. I guess
Right.
that's down below us. And
the subscribe button.
and like and just kind
Thanks
of
for
reach out.
tuning in.
Anytime you guys
Yep.
need something, we are
Oh, yeah.
here. And
And our website is full of resources.
oh my heavens, yes, we have really
have
worked
worked
hard
hard.
on that.
And
So
we need to give our website.
so our website is
Team.
www.teambeery.com. And so
That's
make sure
beer
that
with a Y.
beer with a Y.
Scott's favorite part.
Don't forget
That's
that.
his favorite part.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
yeah, so come on.
I would have
over.
named it beer and one thing.
beer and one thing, but he got outvoted.
Or beer and pizza. Beer and pizza and one thing. Beer and burritos.
Oh, thanks, everyone.
So
we'll
thanks
see you
so
next
much.
week.
All right.